me run that again. I guess that's it for the forecast.
So as we've done in past years, we've gone out into these areas, and as you can see here, we mitigate about 66 feet away from the property lines, just to prevent that problem of the fire getting into people's personal property. We work with forestry. They tell us where we need to do that at, where the known areas are, and then we work on that. As you can see, you can get from behind you, that's what it looks like before we do the work. This is what it looks like after we do the work. So it's just a great partnership between the state and the city trying to protect people's homes. So with that, we'll take any questions.
How do you identify a problem area?
So what we know is there are certain areas, Pumpkin Hill Preserve up on the north side, right? We know every year that thing is going to burn. And so we kind of plan around those and try to mitigate around those houses that are on the outside of that. But we worked with forestry and asked them to give us some maps of where we need to do the work at, and they can take their models and look at they know the lay of the land and where we need to work. And like this is one of the areas that they asked us to work in this year.
Does the mitigation efforts, does it just involve clearing the land, or do prescribed burns have to do with that?
Well, I'll let him talk about prescribed burns. The mitigation that we're doing is just getting the underbrush back away from the property lines. They work on prescribed burns. I think they had one this week actually, but.
Yes, sir. So we're a strong proponent for prescribed burning in the state of Florida. We burn thousands of acres on both public and private land every year throughout the state. The efforts that we've had this year have been really successful on both public and private lands, on our state forest and the surrounding communities on some private lands. I don't have an actual number on acreage for you, but we've conducted countless burns this year.
What we know is the underbrush or the understory is where the problem is, and that's why we work on this mitigation piece. That's why the prescribed burns work as well, because you get the underbrush taken care of, and then that stops it from being able to burn and get into the treetops during when you got a wildfire going on.
How can residents work at their own homes to help mitigate their risk of fires?
Number one, Duval County has a zero burn ban within the county year round. You cannot burn. You can't burn trash. You can't burn debris piles, that kind of stuff. So the number one thing they can do is not have an illegal burn going on, because a lot of times those illegal burns get away. They get into the woods, and then we have a problem on our hands.
So there's been recent federal cuts in funding. Is you guys expecting that to impact your work at all in any way?
No, we don't expect it to. We're very blessed that we have a mayor and a city council that 100% supports public safety. Our partners at the Florida Forest Service give us whatever we need. We give them whatever they need when they call us. It's just a great partnership, but we don't expect any of that to affect us.
About how many properties are you able to work on at the same time, like as far as your apparatus and personnel?
Yeah, so we have, within JFRD and our HET team, we have 5 of these skid steers that you see behind me with a mulching head that does the mitigation, and then forestry has multiple tractors like this that they keep in this area as well, and have the ability to call in other regions to help if they need them.
Like to get patches and
Sure.
emblems.
Sure.